Really don't need to see. I mean, you can't see the chat room menu. You're not going to see the chat room anyway. So, hey everybody, sorry I'm running a tad 2 seconds late. Welcome everybody. We're going to get started in just 1 second. Is everybody ready to go? Chad, you ready to go?
Sure. I'm looking at some of these things. I'm like, what in the hell is that?
That's the whole
That's
point.
the whole
That's the
point,
point of
man.
the game. It's going to be a fun one.
This is the point of the game, kid. Well, whoever made the choice will be able to explain what it is, and we can choose if we want to go down that rabbit hole or not. Okay, here we go. Everybody, welcome down the rabbit hole. Joshua, geocache vlogger here. Hi, Joshua. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello, happy Thanksgiving.
5th year you're on the show for Thanksgiving. Just so you know.
Really? 5th year? Wow.
5th year. Yes. It is the Thanksgiving tradition here at the GCPC to have Joshua on at Thanksgiving.
And
we're
we're
doing something a little different this year.
we're not giving thanks this year.
No thanks. No thanks. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash. On the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have our co-host Shorty Knits in the next room.
Hello.
And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Jazz 427.
Howdy, y'all. You ever have one of those days where you feel like you're just going down a rabbit hole?
That's right. Tonight's episode 744, recorded live on November 23rd, 2022, is Down the Rabbit Hole with the Geocaching Vlogger. Phone lines are open. No, I'm lying. The phone lines are not open. Do not call. You will go straight to voicemail. No phone lines tonight. I know that's against the rules here, but that's what it is. No phone lines tonight. So you cannot call us. So sorry about that. That's more. Yeah, that ends that shtick. So before we get started on this, we got to talk about Patreon. Sorry, Joshua. We got to pay the bills here. We all know how this works, guys. Just 2 ways you can help us out. You go to paypal.me. That's paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast. You make a one-time donation, $5, $50, I don't care. Go straight to the bills. Or, Chad,
Or
you become a patron of this show. You get this, Chad. Much like Seeker 13, who we've met.
yes,
I cached with her. It's in a video on Patreon of us caching with her. She knuckled up to the bar. She said, I want the last coin, Chad. She got it. The last patron coin is gone. That's
Wow.
it. Joshua, do you have a patron coin, Joshua?
I don't know if I have a patron coin, but I bought one last year when you had the big sale, which I think you're having right now.
I am going out right now. Patron coin sold out. How about that?
Sweet.
Are you going to remint?
That I'm not going to remend.
They're extra rare.
It will be a different coin. Although, Joshua, I do have a few unactivated, no code ones I can give you.
Ooh.
That's an extra special one.
I have some special coins that I'd trade for that.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So Seeker 13 out of East Windsor, Connecticut, knuckled up to the bar. Thank you for joining. Enjoy. Go look at your video. It's on there. A view in the video. So guys, you get extra video, extra audio only available to our Patreon members. You have got stickers and path tags and buttons and all that good stuff that you get being patrons. So you want to become a patron, you can. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Howdy, all. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving at caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers, written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And buy pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 47,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by Geocaching Adventures LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventure for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a traveling expert? Learn more by visiting us at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting us at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-geo.com.
And as always, Chad, you find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
in our show notes. Joshua,
Hey,
how you doing, Joshua?
I'm doing great. I can't remember the last time I've been on the show. Oh, I do remember the last time actually.
What was that?
I was filling in for you when we were doing 7 deadly sins or something of geocaching.
Oh, yes, that's
It was like an opposite. It was a gripe show rather than
great show for Joshua.
than a gratitude show.
That's
So
funny.
All right, so let's get to this show. Before we do, real quick, some news. It's Black Friday time, guys. As you know, Urban Tree Canopy, our store, Black Friday, $12.50 teas for a week to $12.50 teas. So if you've been waiting for a tea, now is the time to get one. Also, as Joshua stated, I think before the show, our coins are 50% off now through November 30th. So if you go to geocachingpodcast.com/geocoin, you can get a coin for 50% off and free shipping. Can't go wrong on that, man.
that's a bargain.
That's like nothing, dude. I put it on socials, dude. I've been filling orders all day.
I'm sure you are.
Filling orders. Yeah, I mean, I got another. This is my second stack to go out today. I already sent a stack earlier today, so it's nice. So guys, you want to get a coin, you can go do that. You want to get a t-shirt, you can do that. So, Joshua, Chad, Jesse, this is Down the Rabbit Hole with the Geocaching Blogger. This is a game that's played. Let me explain how it's played. Okay, for everybody listening at home. For the record, if you have got Joshua and Chad, please go into the private chat. Go. So we will not be looking at the comment section, guys, but Jesse will be monitoring the comment section the whole night. But Chad and Joshua, I will not be seeing the comments at all because you guys will be going ahead and you're going to tell us, and we don't want any help. Okay, so we come up with a topic. It's all based on Wikipedia. So everybody, if you want to follow along, go to the English version of Wikipedia.com, please.
.org.
What? I'm sorry, babe.
.org.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Wikipedia.org. Thank you. You start with the 2 topics, one geocaching related, one not geocaching related. And then what we do is we start, Jesse's going to choose which one we start with. And then we're going to talk about that for 5 minutes. Once the alarm goes off, we're going to choose one of the links in the Wikipedia page and we're going to go to that. And then we're going to talk about that for 5 minutes. and then
5 minutes is a really long time.
that's right. So, and again and again and again, and until we can finally get to the ending point. Now you try and do it in 6 clicks or less, because that's kind of like 6 degrees is Kevin Bacon, or is it 7 degrees? It's 6 degrees.
6 degrees.
Yeah. So it's hard. It's really difficult to do it in 6, unless it's kind of easy. But the harder you make it, the harder it is. So we're gonna try and do it in 6 clicks. If we can't, it's still, if we can get there, it's a win. So the key is to try and get there. So guys, what you know in the audience, I've had Joshua and Chad and Jesse give me different topics. Okay, so these are the topics. We're going to go over the topics first. We're going to spend about 5 minutes going over all the topics. We're going to pick 2. Jesse's going to pick our starter, and we're going to go because we got to go because time is of the essence here. Okay, everybody understand?
Sure.
Any questions?
No.
I know GSM times 2 is going to have 10 questions because that's how he is.
I'm just gonna say this is I did a little practicing when I knew that we would doing this, and it was not easy.
It's not easy at all. No, but
it took me like 12 clicks.
It's difficult.
I have not practiced.
So basically,
I
you're
just watched a video. I found a couple of videos.
It's kind of like playing chess. You got to think a couple of moves ahead. Is what you got to do. Think about the moves ahead. So that's why you want to kind of click on links because things knowledge of. Because like, hey, you know what? If I click on Ghostbusters, I know that Ivan Reitman directed that. He directed another movie, which will take me to that actor who will take me who geocaches. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how to get there. Okay, so this is Jesse Brown's list. Jesse Brown's got a pretty good list. I'm not gonna lie. I know she's my wife, but hey, okay, she's got a spite house. Does everybody know what a spite house is?
No.
Just explain what a spite house is, real quick.
It's on Wikipedia. It's
explain what a spite house.
I didn't really read the whole article. A spite house is a house that's built like in a way or that's kind of spiteful.
Okay.
For lack of a better word.
Perseverance rover. We all
know what that is. Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Voynich manuscript.
No idea.
Jesse, Voynich
It's
manuscript.
like it's like a. Again, I didn't read the whole thing. I was just finding like interesting pages because I thought we were going to talk about it. It's a manuscript that's like a cipher.
Well, you should know
that was written in a cipher.
You should know something about it.
I'm not doing the discussing. So
her honorable mentions are the Great Stink. You know what the Great Stink is, boys?
Yes, I do.
Chad knows what the Great Stink is.
And actually, you know what? Now I remember I actually had that written down as my
the Great Stink.
Oh, that's so funny. That was on one of yours.
That's about London. London in the period where the sewage having the great sewage problems.
That's the Great Stinks. Okay.
Oh.
Next up for Jesse, Buffalo. That's a real sentence. That's a sentence. How is it a sentence? If you want, we can choose it and find out.
Wikipedia.
Okay, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
And last one, the list of animals awarded human credentials. Okay. Next up, Chad has got the GNSS. That is the Global Navigational System something, right?
Yep.
Okay. He has got location apps. He has got path tags. And he has got Peter the Great.
Why does he have so many geocaching related? I thought we were supposed to do one.
We were asked for 3 geocaching related ones and one totally not.
I flipped it around.
I see.
Did you flip it around on me?
No, it's not. I flipped it for I think I flipped it for each of you.
Yeah, it was flipped for me.
Okay.
Joshua's got was it Romain Busini?
Yeah, I don't know who he is. All I did was hit random.
And
nice.
So you don't even know who he is.
I didn't know. I didn't know we were supposed to know.
Floniker sublantula.
That's a type of moth.
It is a type of moth. And then we've got Pocket PC.
Pocket PC. That's my geocaching one.
So we need a starter and we need an ender. Oh, we need 2. So we want one geocaching related, what not geocaching related. What do you guys think?
I think the easiest geocaching one. Are we going for easy to start off with?
I mean, you just want to go, okay. Whatever. Nothing's easy because you got to get to it. Depending.
True.
Jesse could be cruel and be like, end on it, and now you're stuck. So
I think the rover, the Perseverance rover would be.
It's pretty wide ranged. It's
And
pretty
then we
wide.
could go space. I think that would be a good starter for geocaching.
Okay, so it won't be not necessarily a starter. It could be a finisher.
True.
So you want to go, Chad, Perseverance rover? What do you think?
I'm fine with that.
All right, so we've got one of them is the Perseverance rover. Now we need the other one. What is the other one?
Now I'm trying to find my paper because I really want to show that I did actually have the Great Stink written down on
That's
it.
so funny.
That's ironic.
Maybe that's what you want to go.
Want to go with the Great
then.
Stink?
I'm good with that.
The Great Stink geocaching vlogger.
That sounds great.
All right, so we have got both Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. So we have got the Great Stink, and
Mhm.
we've got the Perseverance rover. Jesse Brown.
Mhm.
Which one would you like? Which one would you like to start with?
I think we should start with Perseverance rover and make our way
make
to
our way to the Great
the Great Stink.
All right, here we go. Everybody, please go to Wikipedia and please go to Perseverance rover. When you're there, boys. Going to say Perseverance, and in parentheses, going to say rover. Now, again, this is November 23rd, 2022. If you happen to be listening to this years later, the pages change all the time on Wikipedia, just so you know. It might not be exactly the same as what we're talking about. Things change. But as of today, November 23rd, 2022, these are what the pages are. Chad, you there?
I'm there.
Joshua, you there?
I am here.
It says Perseverance, parentheses, rover. Correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Jesse, are you ready?
Yeah, hang on. I'm getting our spammer reported out of our chat room. Okay, we're
We had a
good.
spammer in our chat room.
Yes, we
Wow.
did. See, I'm
You got-
monitoring the chat here.
Thank you.
You
You're
know you've
welcome.
made it when you got a spammer.
Can you start the clock, please, Jesse Brown?
Okay, clock is starting. All right, on your marks, get set, talk.
All right. The Perseverance rover. Go ahead, boys.
So the first thing I'm thinking of is that we need to connect it somehow to England, right?
Mhm.
So the Great
Or-
Stink.
Or
You-
filth, microbes.
You got no. Let's talk about the rover. You don't
Okay, let's talk about the rover.
talk about the rover.
I'm just trying to get ahead of things here.
Don't
I'm
get
looking at the history page, and it's.
Talk about the rover.
I'm looking at the history
Nobody
page.
Nobody
and it
wants to hear
says-
you talk about how you get there.
Okay.
So the Perseverance rover, for those that do not know, is a Martian exploration rover that we had the little geotag. We had
Right.
an event for on there. I don't think they should talk about that on this particular page.
Yes, they do. Geocaching
do.
is trackable. Yes, they do.
But they do a number of different experiments with the rover itself, and yeah, they had, they built a twin copy of it as well, so that they can, if anything ever happens to it and they need to try to debug how to fix things, they can debug it here on the
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
on a copy version, and then try to implement it.
I did not know that. Did you not? I didn't even realize that this was actually sent out in which the launched during March 2020. It launched during the COVID pandemic. Did you know that?
I wasn't sure when the liftoff was. I know they, there's definitely narrow windows for them to get it so that it where the orbits are intercepting, so that they use lower amounts of energy. So it has to be where Mars and Earth are relatively close to each other in their orbit around the sun.
So Joshua, did you get the coin and all that stuff that was available to this? Do you
I
remember?
do. I have.
You have it?
I have the snag the tag coin.
Don't we have
with-
something, Jess? We got something too.
I have I do have one somewhere.
Yes, I remember that.
Got one somewhere.
They came up with a whole slew of that stuff, because this was the second one, right? What came before this one? Was it? It was Perseverance, and then there was Curiosity. Is that what it was?
Curiosity was the one that went around for a long time.
Right. That's the one that actually doesn't it still, did it finally go? Did it finally die?
I think it finally got covered up by so much debris on the solar panels that it could no longer maintain charge. So one of the things that it would do is like shake its solar panels to get the Martian dust off of the panels, because it doesn't really have any way to get out there with the Windex and clean those solar panels.
You think they'd make like a Johnny Five of these things, make it
Yeah.
like, it kind of looks a little bit like it. So the rover took about 7 months to travel to Mars and made its landing on February 18th, 2021. So it took off in March, and I think March of 2020 or around there. And not if it took 7 months, no, but it landed in February of 2021. So
I think it might have reached orbit a little bit earlier and before they released it down, but yeah. So I don't know the exact dates.
let's see. After May 17th, 2020, the rover will roll uphill, stopping every so often to examine rocks that have the best chance of retaining evidence of past life. Joshua, you think there's past life on Mars? What do you think?
I think there was probably. I'm guessing there were plants and water, but
Really?
I don't
Really?
think,
I think there are plants and water.
I don't think there was. I don't think there was animal or insect life.
No, you don't think it could sustain it?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But I might be wrong. Who knows?
1 minute warning.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
So when we hit a minute, do we have to make a decision on a link to
No.
click on?
No, once we're done, that's when we do it.
Okay.
That's what we do.
What's really interesting on the Wikipedia page is, you remember how hard it was? People were struggling to find the trackable code.
Yes, I do remember that.
Mhm.
And if you look on the trackable
Is,
page,
is it right here?
if you click it, there's a picture on the right side. It's like just they put the picture just right there, in plain sight. It's like there it is.
Wow, remember people were going crazy about that.
Yeah, they're like, where is it? And it's just
Where is
plain
it?
as day. If you're wondering should I say what the code is?
Might as well. It's a couple years out.
It's 221 BBAKER 221
There
B
you go.
Baker.
There's
Yeah.
a freebie for Perseverance. I think who doesn't have that? I
I
can
don't know at this point.
If you're new to geocaching, you might not.
Ooh, there's sounds of Mars rover driving. Interesting. Oh, there you go.
Time's up.
All right, boys. Where do we want to go next here?
I'm looking at microbial life. I mean,
Microbial life. You think so, huh?
I'm looking at. Oh, where is it?
Microbial life.
The European Space Union.
The European Space Union.
Something like that.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking that'll get us closer.
You're trying to get us
you're trying to get closer to Europe, and
He's trying to get us to Europe.
I'm trying to get us closer to the stink.
I wish I didn't take myself out of this because I know where I would pick.
All right, so I think Europe is the way to go. I think Europe might get us closer there.
Yeah, it's. I lost it now. I'm sorry. I gotta find it.
Do a search.
Oh, here it is. Under history, it says European Space Agency.
Under history, it says history. It says I got it. I got it.
Second link.
Yeah,
Okay, I
it's
see
the
it.
second. It's the second line. Okay,
we'll
let's all go
there.
to the European Space Agency. I am here. Jesse, reset the clock, please.
Okay. Ready? Oops.
All right.
Start.
Does anybody know anything about the Europe? First of all, I didn't even know there was a European Space Agency. I'm just gonna right out the gate. I'm gonna go. That sounds made up, but obviously it's not. It sounds made up. Because have you ever heard of this European Space Agency?
I have not. It
Yeah.
says here is an
there-
intergovernmental organization of 22 member states dedicated to exploration of space, established in 1975.
Yeah, they're the ones that put up what is the satellite system? The GNSS satellite system
They said
for Europe. They're the
Really?
ones behind it.
Here's the 10 founding ones are Belgium, Denmark, France, West Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom.
Ooh.
How about that? There you go. Those are the 10 originals from 1975. What have they done, though?
So part of their activity is observing the
there you
Earth, human space flight launchers, navigation,
When,
space
when
science.
have they ever done human space flight? Ever.
They have
When
had
have you
members
ever
go
heard
to ISS. So
You've heard of the European Space Agency sending
they as far as I know, they've never launched any humans to space, but they have had members go to ISS.
I mean, the logo looks made up. It literally looks made up. Wow. That's just
Yeah, the Galileo program. So that's where I know him from, because I'm a big GNSS goober. So that they put up the Galileo satellites, which is their GPSR.
Mm. Oh, funny. One of their activities is preparing for the future. That's their activity.
Preparing for the future, is that what you said?
Literally, one of the bullet points is preparing for the future. Yes.
The future, Conan.
and the last bullet point is space for climate. What does that even mean? Space for climate.
Well, you can have sensors and stuff to measure CO2 levels in the atmosphere and different things like that. The ozone layer, observing the ice caps. So, yeah, that does make sense to me.
Oh, well, human spaceflight mainly through participation in the International Space Station program. Okay, so there you go. You're right. The ISS. Yes. The launch and operation of unmanned exploration missions to other planets and the moon. So they don't put people up there. They just send rockets up there is what they do.
They send space junk.
They probably hire SpaceX to send their shit up.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, who's like gonna? I mean, I don't know. The European Space Agency. Well, I guess this will get us to Europe. It'll get us to the UK. Is the UK we got to get to? What are we getting to?
Yeah, I think we got to get to the UK, right?
Yeah. Oh, I saw that. I saw that first thing. I was like looking down the list of countries on the side. It's like UK. That's definitely hitting that.
That UK page has got to be huge, right?
Oh, it's going to be a monster. Yeah. And no, there's no saying the Great Stink is going to be on there either.
The full history of the UK.
But I bet the city's on there.
What's it? Oh, that might help. Yeah, that might get. So it might get us there in 2 or 3 clicks, which is what you want. Let's get you there in 2 or 3 clicks.
So that was a very good suggestion, Joshua.
Thank you.
Probably much better than my microbial one.
we would have done a weird
rabbit hole.
So they do have cooperation with NASA though. They have a long history of collaboration with NASA.
Yeah,
So
they got to be able to get to the ISS.
Since ESA's astronaut corps was formed, the space shuttle has been primary launch vehicle used by ESA's astronauts to get into space through partnership programs with NASA.
Yeah.
Interesting. So basically, whenever we throw a French person up there to the ISS, they're part of these cats.
The ESA, yeah.
They're part of the ESA. So France doesn't have their own space agency. It's the European Space Agency. How come they do that? How come Europe is one big? Jesse, you live there. How come Europe is one big conglomerate? How come they all?
I lived there 40 years ago.
But you live there.
But I'm not part of their government.
They all share the same money.
Time's up.
I know. What's with that too? That's a whole different story. All right, where are we going here?
We're going to the UK.
Where is the UK?
So there's one when you see on the right side, when you see all the flags of all the owners, the bottom one is United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. I see it. I'm clicking. United Kingdom.
This has got to be the huge page.
Okay, Jess, you want to reset?
Yep. And go.
Okay, has anybody ever been to the United Kingdom?
I've only been in the airport.
You've really? Is it Heathrow? Have you been?
I don't remember. It was London. I don't know. Whatever. Is that Heathrow?
Heathrow. Yeah. Well, one of the two. That's the bigger. That's the newer of the two. There's another one there, but yeah, I've cashed there. But yeah, England or the UK is made up of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. For those who aren't aware, so that's one thing that us Americans tend to always screw up. Is what is England? What is Great Britain? What are the British Isles?
Mm.
Because they all mean something a little bit different. And England is a country, but it's not the UK. It's just part of the UK. Scotland and Wales are their own countries, and so is Northern Ireland.
Again, grouped together. Why is everything grouped
But
together?
well,
They just all get along.
So you get groups. You got
yeah,
little groups.
yeah, they all get along. Let's just
Yeah.
pretend that that's true.
So you got all these little groups in the big group of Europe. Or is that even part of Europe? This is considered Europe.
They're not part of the European Union.
Mhm.
So, or I should say, they are no longer part of the European Union.
So
They
Joshua,
they Brexited.
they Brexit. That's it. They did Brexit. Joshua, did you leave? Did you step outside the airport? Did you?
I didn't. No. I was there for a layover, short layover, as I was flying to Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you didn't walk out?
Didn't walk out.
Was there an adventure lab to get?
No, this is way before geocaching was even invented.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No!
We're
You
talking.
were there? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
We're talking 1996.
So when I was in Egypt, I guess geocaching was just starting. I seriously doubt if it was in the early 2000s. I mean early of the year 2000. So like May, June. So there's only a handful of caches around in the world. I seriously doubt if any of them were in Egypt. But I definitely wasn't geocaching back then. But anyways, back to England
But
or the UK.
You've been to the UK. You've been to the UK. Chad.
Me, yeah, I've been to the UK and I've cached around what the heck? Where did the Royals live?
Windsor?
Windsor. Yeah, I've cached around Windsor and a few of the other areas nearby. So I've literally walked past, the final road that the Queen was going up.
Yeah.
There, I have walked down that road.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got the Beatles in here. This is a big page. The Beatles are actually on this page. Pink Floyd, Queen, Zeppelin, the Bee Gees, Elton John. Wow. This is the page to go to.
This is a big page.
But no great stink though.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Great Snake.
Well, London is here. So
Well, okay, London's here with us.
So
was the Great Stink in London?
yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, man, maybe I'm not supposed to know that because we weren't supposed to go to that page. I haven't gone to that page, but I already knew what the Great Stink was.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. That's how this game works. You're supposed to get there. That's how it works. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to England, in the UK. That's on my bucket list, is to get there and go there and see.
So I want to get over to Ireland. So
Me too.
Ireland. Oh,
I want to get Europe's first in south of Dublin, I think.
Yeah, on the coast there.
Is that considered United Kingdom or no?
No, that is in Ireland, not in Northern Ireland.
Gotcha.
it's amazing how much we don't know, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when you give Europeans like the USA and say fill in the states. Do you ever see that stuff? And it's hysterical where they think things are,
They're like, I know where New York and
I know where like Florida is,
California and Florida.
I can recognize Texas.
and Florida and California. That's about it. In the middle, they're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. So where are we going next, Chad?
London. It's got to be London.
Where is a London? Where is a London link?
It's on the right hand side. Now my page is freezing up.
On the right hand side, England, Wales.
Hang on, I gotta pop the page back open because
I'm just gonna do it.
I direct click.
Oh, I see it.
London.
It's under. It's right
The
under
capital.
Capital,
right underneath the
capital.
globe.
All right, clicking on London. All right, London.
Okay, go.
Again, never been to London. I've always wanted to go to London.
Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
Big Ben, Parliament. Yes, one of the classic Londons. Classic.
I can't get left.
I wonder if early modern might have it because it was around the early
No,
modern time.
We'll
of the
talk
Great
about that
Steam.
when it's time to talk about it. Chad. Talk
Okay.
about it when it's time to talk about it. Tell us about London. Have you been to
Okay.
London? Chad? have
Yes,
you
I've been to London.
Tell us about
I've
London.
been to London.
What's
It is full of people with a funny accent,
And they drive on the
Is
wrong
it-
side of the road.
and they definitely drive on the wrong freaking side of the road. That was the one thing constantly, trying to get in on the right hand side because I think I'm a passenger, and it's like
Right?
that's the driver's side. That's the driver's side. That's the driver's side. I didn't drive over there, so
I don't know if I could drive that. I don't know if I
thankfully,
could do
it's
that.
like I would do it probably 9 times out of 10. I would do it the right way, and then that 10th time I would kill someone.
Oh, though, how do you? Okay, so are they actually shifting with their left hand? Like it's a
Yes.
stick shift, or
If
really?
it's manual, they're shifting left-handed. Now
Jeff,
the pedals are the same now. I
Jeff,
have driven a left-hand sided car,
Right-
an English Roadster, right hand sided, right hand sided car, a British Roadster over here in the U.S. It's not all that uncomfortable because the pedals are all the same. It's just a little weird doing it left-handed.
Yeah, Jess, could you think you could do it left-handed? Because Jess likes to shift. She likes to
But
shift.
if it's not a mirror image though, right? So like first is still first,
It's-
second is still, it's just with the
Yeah,
wrong hand.
it still tends to be left to right,
Like left to right?
left to right, top to bottom.
I suppose you'd figure it out and get used to it.
What's your left hand? I don't know. My left
I
hand.
don't know. That'd be kind of weird, but
I don't know. Jess, you ever been to London?
I have not.
No. Joshua? Just the airport?
Just the airport.
How'd the airport look? Just out of curiosity.
It was cold.
Modern.
It was cold. Was
It
it
was
winter time?
cold. We were there too long.
Too long. How long were you
Wish
there?
I think we were there for like 10 hours. I would love to. I should have left, but didn't.
10 hours, dude. That's a serious layover.
I know it was bad.
Wow.
It
You
was
said
bad.
like a little layover. How did you not walk out of the building? Were you like with school or something?
I was with a group. Yeah, so I
you're
didn't. I
leave.
didn't have. I mean, 18. Didn't have a lot of freedom. I was not in charge of myself
Yet.
yet.
Okay, so what do you do for 10 hours in a
I just remember.
London airport?
I just remember sleeping. That's all I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
And how was Egypt, by the way?
Pretty boring. Egypt was every time people ask me about Egypt, I always just say the pyramids were cool, but
That's it?
the rest of them, it's well, back then, I don't know how it is now. It was a very third world country, very poor,
Mhm.
very dirty. People holding machine guns on the military on every street corner.
Mhm.
It was not. It didn't feel good. It didn't.
No.
I had a lot of culture shock, and
Did you get the Rhea from the water?
I did. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
It happens.
But the coolest thing was the pyramids. It was just a really cool thing to see. But even that was not great because it was just people trying to swindle you and to take you for camel rides to see the pyramids
Mhm.
out in the middle of nowhere to rob you. It was
Really?
not.
Yeah, but people go on camel rides all the time out there. Like,
Yeah, I did sit on a camel out by the pyramids, and we had a honest guide, but there were a lot of people trying to swindle us.
what makes someone an honest guide?
I don't know. I think somebody knew somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody had a friend. It was a long time ago. I don't remember much, but I do really in my comic book. Oh no!
Oh, he
here's a plug.
did it. There we go.
Here's a
Plug it.
plug.
There it is.
My comic book, I went back to and got a geocache in the comic book.
Ah,
In
to
London. Or in London or in Egypt?
Egypt. It was because there is a virtual there. The pyramids is a virtual, so I got that virtual in the comic book.
So here's interesting. The London Underground is the oldest rapid transit system in the world.
Yep.
Time is up.
Wow.
Now that you've talked about Egypt instead of London.
Yeah, right.
About London too.
So when
All
was
right,
the Great
so where are
Steam?
we going? Well, we
Chad,
don't
do you
know.
know-
It was like in the 1860s, 1850s.
Okay.
So do we want to
Or,
go early modern, or do you want to go? Can't not Middle Ages, or do you want to go early modern?
1858.
There is a
Don't
there
look,
was
you can't
a
look, Chad. You cannot look and see what it is. Don't do that.
there was a in
cheating.
1952 there was the Great Smog.
Chad is
that's actually a
totally
link.
cheating right now. He's looking. He's Googling it. You can't Google it. Dude.
No, you can't do
I'm
that,
not
Chad.
Googling
You're
anything
rude.
here.
So it says this says the
There's
Great
a
Smog.
cholera epidemic in here.
There was the Great Smog of 1952 led to the Clean Air Act of 1956, which ended the pea soup fogs.
Yeah, this was well.
Pea soup fogs.
This was well before that.
It was okay.
Yeah,
1800s. So we got to.
it was in like the 1850s, 1860s.
Okay, so there's 1980s, mid 60s,
So what caused the stink?
2020.
It was the sewage and the
sewage.
chemicals in the water, combination of sewage and chemicals.
1600s.
I have
All right, you guys got to pick one.
I have right
Yeah.
here. I see the Metropolitan Board of Works,
You think that'll get us there?
which was in the 1800s.
Government-wide mental
The Great
service.
Fire of London. It destroyed many parts of the city in that's 16.
That sounds reasonable.
London's overcrowded conditions led to cholera epidemics. Could that be connected to the big stink?
You
But
gotta
the
pick one,
Metropolitan Board of Works was
guys.
traffic related.
We're getting there. Don't worry. We got to pick one. Come on.
Pick one. Just pick one.
Let's go with, I guess, cholera, because the Board of Works had to do with traffic control.
Well, here's the problem though. If we pick cholera, it's going to pick
I
cholera
know.
in general, not.
I know.
That still might get us there. I don't know.
I think. What about the Metro? Do you see the Metropolitan Board of Works? Do you see
Yeah,
that?
but if you look at it, read the whole sentence that it's in, it's talking about the traffic infrastructure.
Okay. What about the London What about the London County Council? That was from 1889 to 1965. That might be around that time.
Yeah, that could be good.
I'm just trying to get us in that time frame.
Yeah, I'd say I vote on that one.
The London County Council.
Yes. What
All
do you
right.
think, Chad?
Click it.
All right.
I can try.
London County
Oh
Council.
gosh, this is a small page. Shoot.
All right. The article about the council
Oh,
abolished.
maybe not.
This article is about the council abolished in 1965. For the council formed in 1965. See, Greater London Council. We don't want that. Okay. The London County Council was the principal local government body for the County of London throughout its existence from 1889 to 1965. Interesting. So what did they do? I mean, like, oh my goodness. The Metropolitan Board of Works had certain powers across the metropolis. All right, guys. So what can we talk about for the London County Council?
We could talk about going back to London.
Reverse.
Interesting. Yeah, the Second World War era. That's too late.
Yeah, it is too late.
Oh, look at this. Health services, housing, and sanitation, though.
Oh,
Laws and regulations, prevention and spread of animal diseases, district medical services, main drainage, hospitals and ambulances, large housing schemes, redevelopment, school medical service, care of mental defective and mentally disordered, midwives, registration of inspection of nursing homes, open space.
I think this was after the Great Stink, though. I think we should go back and go down the metropolitan one.
We can't go back.
Cannot go backwards.
There might be history though about why.
Well,
this
what do you mean you can't go backwards? You can't.
Well-
London's a link on here.
Oh, after 5 minutes, you can go back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But if so is Metropolitan Board of Works. That's also a link on here.
Oh,
That's
good.
the
It's
way you want to
Metropolitan
go.
Board of Works. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then okay. That's in here. Then we'll
Had certain
I think we can
powers
take that
across the
route.
metropolis. Yeah, the Metropolitan Board of Works had certain powers across the metropolis. By the 19th century, they did. The creation of the LCC in 1889 as part of the Local Government Act was forced by a succession of scandals involving the MBW, which was also prompted by a general desire to create a competent government for the city, capable of strategizing and delivering services effectively. Yeah, that seems pretty normal and natural. Yes. Wow. So think about that. So think about living in London in 1889. Question: when was like Jack the Ripper? Anybody know?
It was in the 1880s, I think.
Was it? Was in the? I don't know. Was it in the 1800s?
We were still in the gas lamp era. We hadn't quite transitioned to electric lights, but electricity was around because it was part of Sherlock Holmes stuff. Included Jack the Ripper.
Was that 1800s?
Yeah, it was like the 1880s. So, Shorty, you're allowed to Google. When was Jack the Ripper? Or when was Sherlock Holmes? He was like, I want to say the 1880s.
Jack the Ripper?
Well, Sherlock
Okay,
Holmes, but
yeah,
I think both were in that time.
1887.
Right there.
1887. Okay,
Right.
yeah.
Sherlock Holmes, like a classic. A classic.
Yes.
Joshua, you a fan of Sherlock Holmes? You ever read his stuff?
The only Sherlock Holmes I liked was in Star Trek Next Generation when they would go into the holodeck and pretend to be the Sherlock Holmes.
Data would pretend to be Sherlock Holmes. Yeah.
Yep, that's my only appreciation of that.
It's your only appreciation of Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, is Star Trek. Isn't that nerdy? That's pretty nerdy.
That's pretty nerdy.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Did you watch what is the Robert Downey Jr. version? Wasn't he in Sherlock Holmes?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he
what
was.
it called, though? Was it called something like Sherlock or something? Remember there was a TV show a couple years ago about that too.
Yeah, they're Sherlock where they had his nemesis on that was played by a woman who played what was her name in Game of Thrones? Marjorie, is it Marjorie? The actress.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched Game of Thrones during COVID. That's when I finally watched it.
I've never seen it.
The hot one that married Joffrey and married the other kid.
The hot one that married Joffrey and the other kid.
And later the other kid after Joffrey died. Remember her? She the actress that played her played the arch nemesis in the TV series. Sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole.
His own.
That's what the game is called.
His own Game of Thrones.
I can't Google, so it's like
I know. You can always do. All right.
Thank God.
Where are you going?
Metropolitan Board of Works.
We're going Metropolitan.
Whoa, wait. What
on.
about on the very bottom? There's a link called History of London. Would that have it? You
Oh,
think?
maybe. Oh, wait. The history. I see a history of local government in London.
I'll go all the way to the bottom, and it's like it's a blue link that says History of London.
Ooh.
You sure
That
you
might
want
be it. That could be it. What do you think? Let's see. What number are we at? Just out of curiosity.
4.
Oh, we got 2 to go. History of London's a good one. I think we should go to that.
Oh, where's it at?
Wait,
It's
where
at
are
the
you seeing?
very bottom.
Very bottom. I see
Very
it.
History of
bottom.
London.
You ready, Chad? You good?
No, I'm scrolling back up from the references. Notes.
Let's go History of London.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2.
Hang on.
What?
I gotta type in the search. History
It's literally at the
of
bottom.
It's the very, very bottom in a blue.
Literally
blue
the
bar.
bottom. The
No,
bottom.
it's
Not blue, it's purple. Sorry.
Literally at the bottom. How do you not see it?
It's in blue or purple.
Okay, external
Oops.
links. Okay.
Sorry, that was 5. This is 6.
Ooh,
I-
this is
there.
6.
I forgot to write them down.
Oh, one job.
Okay, 19th century.
Well, I have all the tabs open.
Scrolling.
But okay, are we history of London? Are you there, Chad?
I'm there.
Are you there, Joshua?
And I found it.
We're not
Timer's
there
on.
yet, dude. Okay.
Okay.
History of London. Again, we're talking about London for 10, 15 minutes now.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I found it.
So London, the city of London. History of London, the capital city of England, is in the United Kingdom. It extends over 2,000 years. God, it's amazing. In that time, it has become one of the world's most significant financial and cultural capital cities. It has withstood plague, devastating fire, civil war, aerial bombardment, terrorist attacks, and riots. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That is pretty amazing.
Been through a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. That's been there. Your thoughts on it? Your thoughts on London, Chad? Have you been there?
Yes. I've
Your
been
thoughts. Give me more thoughts on it, man.
there.
We have not.
It's another friggin' European city. Crowded,
Do you? Okay.
crowded streets, buildings that are stacked on top of each other.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like? Do you feel like you're home, or do you feel like
No.
this is not like America at all?
No, I feel just as in
Canada,
home.
Canada felt like America to me. I go to
Canada
Canada.
felt like Canada felt like America. No, it felt very European to me. Especially the roads, even being on the wrong side, especially the roads, the cars, the size of the cars, the buildings. It felt old, small, tight, packed. I'm
Really?
sorry to anyone that lives over there, but it's just
Well,
it's
only
not
your-
the American.
just
It's
your
not the
opinion.
American way.
Just an opinion. It's your opinion. Joshua, do you have plans to go to London? Would you like? to go
Oh,
to-
I will go to London someday for sure.
That's on your list.
And I'm 99% sure it'll be because of geocaching.
You'll get there.
I'll get there because of geocaching most likely.
Yeah, and that's one of the places I'd like to go. is London.
The only way that it was less like a European city, or more like home, to me was the lack of a language barrier.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Yeah, just an accent. That's all.
Just an accent and a few words that are, what the hell's that?
Like
Whenever I talk to See My Shell, sometimes I say that. What the hell are you talking about?
Jess, you ever been to London?
I have not.
Never been to London.
No.
So Chad's the only Londoner here who's been there.
Cody Dog said the best thing was the fish and chips. Do you see that?
I did see that. Yeah, I know he's been to London. Yeah.
The bangers and mash.
Oh, the 1948 Summer Olympics. How about that? That was long.
They posted the Olympics 2 or 3 times.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. It's just we just don't have the history that Europe has. It's just
Well,
amazing.
we've got a lot of history, but it's condensed. It's condensed in a very short time frame in comparison.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Right.
our history is a couple hundred years old.
Where was your the other podcast that you're doing? The 2 Gen Xers, one from why can't I'm blanking on his name?
From Mark? Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Where's Mark from London?
Mark was from where was Sherwood Forest? Where Nottingham.
Okay.
Nottingham.
So England, but not London.
Yeah, he was like, it was like that. I think that middle. That might be middle England. I think is Nottingham,
Like Middlesex or something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
I can't Google. So
Have you guys ever seen any of Geo Paul's videos?
No.
I don't think so.
He doesn't put out videos anymore, but for a long time there was a guy named Geo Paul who put out geocaching vlogs, and I think he was from London. He works at the London airport. But he's quit vlogging. So
Not cash.
that's one of my geo connections to London.
You quit vlogging? Who quits vlogging?
Yeah, who quits vlogging? I'm curious, anybody in the chat, if they remember Geo Paul. He hasn't probably put a video out for 2 or 3 years, but he was very consistent for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Like weekly, like you, or like?
Yeah, I'd say weekly. But he just kind of faded away. I think life got busy, but yeah, he was pretty consistent. And time's up.
Time's up.
All right, so we can actually hit. Whoops. Hold on.
The Great Stink.
The Great Stink is there. You can click it. Great Stink. There it is. Culminated in the Great Stink. There it is. I am on the Great Stink. Hit the 5 minutes, please. Jess.
5 minutes is going.
Going. The Great Stink was an event in central London during July and August 1858 when the hot weather exacerbated the smell of untreated human waste and industrial effluent that was present on the banks of the River Thames.
That's disgusting.
A problem has been mounting for some years with an aging and inadequate sewer system that emptied directly into the Thames. The miasma from the effluent was thought to transmit contagious diseases, and 3 outbreaks of cholera before the Great Stink were blamed on the ongoing problems with the river.
We maybe could have got there faster if we picked cholera.
I think you were right in that. While I knew cholera epidemics happened because of this, I don't know. That's so generic that it could have gone anywhere.
I'm almost tempted to click on cholera and see if
I'm clicking on it.
I did. I did. It doesn't link back.
Okay, good.
We chose the right path.
Those listening to the podcast, you can't see it, but there is this terrifying
They
photo.
might, if they're watching, if they're following
Yeah.
along, they might don't they see it.
Well, yeah, if you're following around, there's this terrifying photo of a piece of artwork called The Silent Highwayman. It's a skeleton in a boat
Literally.
with animals in the water that are like belly up dead.
Yeah. It says death
and
rose on the Thames, claiming the lives of victims who have not paid to have the river cleaned up.
And the London Bridge in the background, which that bridge is in Arizona these days. Literally.
So amazing. So just the whole town smelled like poo is basically the whole city smelled like poo.
Yeah.
How did it end? How did they fix it?
They built more sewer outfalls up further north and further south, and pumping stations.
That's why the Chicago River was reversed.
Yeah.
So because of poo?
Yeah, because that's where drinking water comes from. So they reversed the river so that.
Is that officially the Cook River or?
No, the Chicago River.
The Chicago River. I know it's in Cook County.
Yes.
I saw something on there and on an episode and where one of the waterways was called Cook something or other. But the Chicago River is the one that goes through downtown that they pour the dye in.
That's when they die every year.
Green dye. The blue dye when the Cubs run the series. They dye blue. Yeah.
And if you do my adventure lab at O'Hare Airport, you'll learn all about the reversal of the Chicago River.
Yes. So the whole city smelled like poo.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually built more stuff. I'm curious how long it took to fix. Like, how long did it smell like poo?
Oh, I'm sure it smelled like poo for decades.
Decades.
They didn't have. So while they had a sewer system, it was an ancient style sewer system. So only when it rained and got washed out did you have clean smell. Otherwise, you've got lingering crap literally beneath you in the sewers, and that stuff would come. Those odors would come up. Here, at the height of the stink, 200 to 250 long tons
of lime were being used near the mouths of the sewers that discharged into the Thames, and men were employed spreading lime onto the Thames foreshore at low tide at the cost of £1,500 per week. Wow. Can you imagine? You couldn't pay me £1,500 a week to spread lime
Lime.
onto like the smell that had to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're there, like at the poo stink, like wow.
Well, just imagine before they had underground sewer works, the streets back in the day, the streets were the sewers.
Yeah, they pooped in the street, didn't they? They just poop in the street.
Well, they would throw their
Bedpans.
bedpan,
Yeah.
out the window, and basically it's like
Yes,
if you're
unless we're
down
doing it wrong.
below.
Wait, why aren't we just throwing our poo in the street? We thought a dog.
It's disgusting.
We thought a dog poo in the street.
Well, yeah, it's disgusting to us now, but it was everyday life to them
Yeah, it was
back then.
So, ladies and
Time
gentlemen,
is up.
the great
Wow.
steak.
We went from Mars to poop.
So let's see, Jesse. We did
Six.
seven.
Well, 7 pages, but it was 6 clicks.
6 clicks, so we did it.
Yeah.
All right, so we did it.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah. So you guys went from Perseverance to
No.
the European Space Agency to United Kingdom to London City Council. No, London County Council.
All right.
History of London to the Great Stink.
Wow.
We got kind of lost there in that council, but we made our way back.
By the way, I went ahead and I went back and clicked on Metropolitan Board of Works. The Great Stink is in there. We would have shorted it.
There you go. It can be done, ladies and gentlemen. It can be done. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon right there, man. Even with Wikipedia, it's pretty amazing.
And I was talking us out of that. That was bad.
Way too much London, man. Like way of a topic none of us have been to.
Right.
You know, yeah, that's tough. Oh my God.
So, Taz, was it you that picked the Great Stink?
Well, Jesse.
Oh,
That
Jesse.
was on my list.
Jesse.
Why did you pick it? Just was it a random thing?
It
that
was
you
just
found?
random. Yeah.
I
I
did
just found
notice.
some random things.
I did notice on the Great Stink page, if you look at the upper right hand corner, there's a little star there.
Yeah.
And if you click on the star, this is a featured article, which is considered one of the best articles in Wikipedia.
Oh,
Oh wow.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it came up, because it was a good article.
Is a geocaching vlogger in Wikipedia?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Let me
Somebody needs to
look.
put you in there.
I'm on
Geocaching
Reddit.
vlogger is not.
I'm
You're on
on,
Reddit.
I'm on Reddit, and it's mostly hate articles.
I
True
thought
story.
That's me. Sorry, that's me.
Yeah.
Geocaching.
Well,
I'm
isn't
assuming
that
the
what Reddit's
geocaching-
for?
I'm
Hate
assuming
articles?
the geocaching podcast is not on here either. It is not. No, it's not.
Should I add myself?
You can't add yourself.
You can't.
No, you're not allowed to. No, you're not allowed to.
Oh.
Somebody can add you for you though.
I mean,
Oh.
I guess you can make up a new, I mean, you can go to Gmail and create,
Yeah.
goober@gmail.com and start it, but
And basically, you'd have to create a page, right? An article,
Mhm.
and then you'd have to link it back to whatever, right?
no, you just have to be very, very careful because you have to cite anything that you're making
Gotcha.
anything that you
Well-
say and any truth you say has to be cited.
Gotcha.
Yes and no. It is best to have cited stuff, but it basically people can object and change it if you do not have cited
Mhm.
stuff.
All right, I just put a link in the chat for how to write your first Wikipedia article.
Okay. I do have news articles that
I
are
can go
written
back
about
to
me. Can I
comments.
cite that?
Yes, you can.
Yes,
If,
absolutely.
if you're making a fact, then yes, that's in that article. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I have some news articles that
Absolutely
that
can.
I exist.
1000%.
Oh, now it does say things to avoid: articles about yourself, your family or friends, your website, a band you're in, your teacher, a word you made up, or a story you wrote. If you or someone or something you are personally involved with is worthy of inclusion in the encyclopedia, which clearly Josh is,
I think Joshua is.
I
let
think
someone
so.
else add that article.
That's right.
Okay.
Putting your friends in an encyclopedia may seem like a nice surprise or an amusing joke, but those articles are likely to be removed. In
They
this
can get
process,
removed?
feelings may be hurt and you may be blocked from editing if you repeatedly make attempts to recreate the article.
Feelings might be hurt. That's funny.
Why? Let's see. I'm just curious. Are podcasts in there? I don't even know. What's another podcast? What's a famous podcast?
Do like stuff you should know or something.
Stuff you should.
Yeah, that's on there.
No podcast.
Jesse Brown
It is,
Pounds is in here.
Jesse Brown what?
Jesse Brown Pounds.
What the heck?
I just put in Jesse Brown just to
There are a
see
lot of
this.
Jesse Browns.
So there's a Jesse Hunter Brown born on August 31st, 1861, Hiram, Ohio.
Steve's got a page. My buddy's got a page in here. My buddy who's a showrunner for NCIS.
NCIS, yeah.
He's got a page. Yeah, he's got a
He does?
Stephen D.
Stephen D. Binder.
Binder.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, there you go, guys. Did they have fun? I don't know. I wasn't watching the chat room. Did they seem
No,
to-
oh no, they were sleeping.
They were sleeping.
Oh, I'm kidding. No, they actually were not. They weren't really like going ahead. There were a couple times that I saw people guessing what to go to next, but no, for the most part, they were just commenting on what you guys were talking about.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we were trapped in London for quite some time.
So you rabbit holed over to Egypt for a little while.
Yeah.
That's what you do if you run out of things to say. Oh yeah, Jesse Brown Pound. Look at that. Jesse Brown Pound.
There's a country singer named Jessie Brown. It's even spelled the same way. Let's see if she's in here.
Probably. Why wouldn't she be in there?
I don't know.
There's a Brian Roth in here, but it's not our Brian Roth.
Our Brian Roth. I like that.
Jesse Brown.
No.
Oh. All right, so that is down the rabbit hole. It was a success. We actually did it.
We did it.
Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
It was a lot easier. It was a lot easier doing it with somebody else. When I practiced, I practiced going from geocaching to actually Kevin Bacon. And it took me like 12 clicks.
Really? 12?
Yeah,
Wow.
but I wasn't taking my time. Like, you know what I mean? I was just kind of haphazard.
It would be fun to like have a race.
Yeah, a race would be interesting, but probably not as interesting to listen to.
No,
But it would be a fun party game, like if we were all gathering together.
with two computers. You need two.
Right, with everybody has their own computer.
Everybody has their own computer.
Hey, that's an idea for a geocaching event. Everyone bring your laptop.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Have you guys ever played GeoFinder? That game, it's like a Google. It's like a Google. I don't know if it's really called that.
GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr, and it's basically it uses the Google Street View.
Yeah, we used to play that on the Saturday night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we did. And there's an app, for it too.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Late night map curves.
That's how the late night map perv got started. I think that's
fun.
Got started on that. All right, Joshua, plug your stuff, please, sir.
Hey, geocachingvlogger.com. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere. I'm in TikTok, Instagram. But the one thing I want to say, if you're looking for a unique gift for a geocacher in your life, geocachingcomic.com, the world's first and only geocaching comic book, would love to have that in your hands. So this is the time of year when you're looking for stuff for your geocaching loved ones. There you go.
Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you.
I have the geocaching comic.
I know you do. Signed.
No, it was mine. Oh, mine is signed. Yeah, I got mine signed. It was sent to me signed. That's right. Yes, it wasn't. I don't think it's not personalized. It's just signed.
Oh, well, next time I see you.
Yeah, I'll get you to personalize it for me. Thank you. Okay, Chad, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? It's interesting to try and get there. Try and see if you can figure a way to get there. The most fun is trying to pick out good ones. Pick out the before and after.
Right.
Yeah. I still want to do the buffalo one.
By the way, I found a 3-link to get to the Great Stink.
3 links?
Yeah. So if
From Rover?
we went down to microbes, which I did suggest,
Oh, he had to go back and check his way.
to sewer, and then found the Metropolitan Boardworks, and then the Great Stink.
Wow. Wow. There you go.
I just I had to know. It's like, would that have gotten it there?
It's funny.
So for the record, though, Buffalo is real. Okay.
Mhm.
And Wikipedia, and when you type it in, it's pretty neat. You type in all those buffaloes. It is a grammatically correct sentence in English, often presented as an example of how homonyms and homophones can be used to create complicated linguistic constructs through lexical ambiguity. Did you get that?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Adjective,
Yeah.
noun, verb, adjective,
Mhm.
noun.
And here are other linguistically complex sentences. James, while John had a better effect on the teacher. Mhm.
Do you have a speech impediment?
Nope. I think I said that the right amount of times. That is that is not is that it is. Did you get all that?
That is that is not that it is. Is
Yes.
that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Yep. Hmm.
Now, can you translate that?
No. Yes, I can. Yes, it's the sequence can be understood as any of 4 grammatically correct sequences, each with at least 3 discrete sentences by adding punctuation. Yeah. That is, comma, is, period. That is not, comma, is not, period. Is that it, question mark? It is. There you go. That is that is not, is that it? It is. Did you get it now?
Who's on first? What's on second?
Third base. All right, Chad. Next week. Our final show of November. Then we creep into December, the end of the year, Chad. Oh, the end of the year is always, it's so much fun. The end of the year. The last month's always fun.
Yeah, I need to finish logging my caches from a good while ago, so that I have numbers.
Right. Next week, guys, geocaching hints discussion. That's next week. Talking all about geocaching hints for hider, finder, both sides. That's next week's show. Joshua, always a pleasure, kid, to see you.
Thanks. And thanks for calling me a kid.
To play with you. I miss playing with you. You stay on the line, all right?
You're the youngest one here.
I think Joshua is the youngest one here.
Yes, he is.
Jesse. Oh yeah, Jesse. You're like a week
I got
older.
you by a couple weeks. Yeah.
All right, Joshua, you stay on the line, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Here we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you'd like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra audio, extra video only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocaching Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Artist Crafted, PathEggs.com, Geocaching Adventures LLC, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. We'll see you next week. Talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. All right, there we go.
All right.
The show is officially over audio-wise.
That was maybe one of the most interesting geocaching podcast shows of all time. This is a cool game. It's a cool game.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll do it again sometime.
So I think I did what you did, Jesse, and like I had did a random search for interesting pages or something like that,
Right.
and I saw the Great Stink. I was like, oh, I gotta,
That's so
and
funny.
I instantly knew what it was because
Uh-huh.
I remember being taught about it back in.
Jesse, what were we talking
history.
about early in the week where I was like, that right there is a really good one. Do you remember? Something
No.
the other day, I can't remember. That was like something really funny. I'm like, that would be a great one to try and get to.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was though.
Do you remember we talking about that? though?
Yeah, I have no idea what it was though.
Yeah. All right, there you go, guys. That's down the rabbit hole. Everybody be well and be safe. We will talk to you guys next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Joshua, hang on. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.